Good evening, everyone. It's Tessa Spade the Bay. I am very late getting to this, so I apologize. But it is Friday, November 8th, 2024, and it is day 313.
Do you get to the Cloud District very often?
Still sober, haven't had a single drop. I'm feeling much better compared to earlier in the week. I'm ending here. I almost didn't get to, though. We did have three. We had 3 tornado warnings today. Ain't it great? 2 of them happened all at once. Although the first one was a little bit premature, so then they moved it backward to where it was supposed to be just southwest of us. It was heading to both of them, like 3 of them were all headed directly in our direction. So our city was in the direct path of 2 of them. And then, and then as soon as it was about to get to our city limits, they got downgraded to severe thunderstorms. So we got very, very lucky. But luckily, it doesn't sound like any of them had any actual touchdowns. There was some rotation, but as soon as it got close to our city, the rotation that they were seeing on the radar, it all flattened out, just became straight wind shear. And then they said by a certain time, all of it was just gonna dump on us, and boy howdy did it dump on us. It dumped. A whole bunch, and then it started raining really hard, and then it all went away. It went away very quickly. But it rained all yesterday evening, all last night, all this morning, all the way up until about, I'd say about 2 hours ago, maybe an hour and a half ago is when it all fully stopped. But at the time of recording, it's 6 p.m. So yes, I apologize. I'm very, very late to this. What can you do? Storms be storms, and you know how when we get severe thunderstorms over here, we don't really do a whole lot of recording because we lose power a lot. Luckily we didn't, but we do have some issues we have to worry about over the weekend. But all of it pertains to what happened last month with VR and things, you know, with the whole our yard tools getting stolen kind of stuff. Usually when those things happen, the city doesn't care, but we're going to give them a call on Tuesday next week, because we can't on Monday. Everything's going to be closed for Veterans Day. Yes, for those who remember, this coming Monday is Veterans Day in the United States. But I don't want to keep this one too long, because Lily is finishing up with the dishes. As soon as she's done, I'm going to be cooking up food. Buttercup decided that now that she's feeling better, not so sick, she wanted to have a salad. Of all things, she didn't want a taco salad. She's tacoed out, which yes, I can understand that. I wanted tacos, so I'm going to have some double-decker tacos. Lily wants to have some of that, but she wants nacho cheese on it, and she also wants to have a pinos and cheese, so I can easily do a pinos and cheese for her. Because, you know, I have all the ingredients for it, so that's easy enough. And my phone's making noise. Sweet Pea is just being Sweet Pea. She didn't mean to, but when she was stretching, she kind of fell over a little and poked her sister in the eye. That was a lot of crying for a good, what was it, 3 minutes? She's not injured or anything, just, you know, when you get poked in the eye and you're young, it just really hurts. But she's over me now. Yeah. I am glad that I don't have to be running the AC anymore. But it's still within those temperatures where I just feel hot very easily. Even though it's cold out, I had to walk over the store. It's nice and chilly out. It was 60 Fahrenheit. And I was still really sweaty and yucky. So when I'm done with this and I'm done making dinner for everyone and we eat and feel all happy, hunky-dory in our tummies, I'm going to take a bath. Because that would be fantastic, having a nice warm bath right now. Maybe some Epsom salt. Do I have Epsom salt right now? Ooh, I might be out of that. Well, that's a problem. Oh well, I do have. Tara has some bay rum. Not rum. Bay rum soap. He became a convert for the Sasquatch soap. But his favorite one is the Oak Barrel Bay Rum soap is his favorite scented soap, so he has that one. We've got lavender. We do have our lavender soap, so I could do that one. But I am going to take a nice happy soak later. Because that's what I would enjoy. I'm pretty sure Lily and I are gonna end up fighting over the bathtub later anyway, so we'll see how that goes. But anyway, I don't want to keep everyone very long, again, because there is much to do. Much to do for amount of time. I'm late because of all the storms and getting to the store in the right timing. I had to wait until the storm passed in order to go. Because it was wet, and apparently my IRL hoodie, which looks you love how this one looks. It does not have any water resistance, so it is soaked. And that was from last night. It is heavy, it is soaked, it is yucky. I want to put it in the wash as soon as I have the opportunity. But yeah, I had to wait in order to go to the store because I can't just wear the coat again anyway. It's yucky. I need a raincoat is what I need. But anyway, I hope everyone's enjoying their Friday. I certainly am. I'm feeling fantastic. But yes, enjoy your evenings, everyone, because, well, this is the first weekend after something particularly eventful happened on Tuesday. And I know a lot of people want to relapse this weekend. I think people who do the typical 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. I know people who do that. Not a lot in this town, but I do know some. And I certainly wish there was more I could talk about, but there's always a time and place to talk about other things, right? We are still, Tara is thinking about getting another premium membership for Elder Scrolls Online if we start streaming. Because he'd rather do something like that. We don't want to go back to PSO2, we're not ready for it, especially since our rule is... Well, right now we're looking at the possibility, if we ever come back to PSO2, they have to add more story to their game first. Tara and I are very story-driven people when it comes to our games. And they started that game with story. Even the NGS upgrade, they started with story. You don't just end your story without a climax. You don't just stop for no particular reason and leave it at that. Because then we're just gonna leave. We do what we can to avoid sunk cost fallacy. So if you want us to come back, please just add some story. In the meantime, if we want to do any streaming or we want to play with other people, we're just gonna stick with like ESO or Elder Scrolls Online when it comes to MMOs. As we do like the Elder Scrolls. But I have zero plans of starting up with Final Fantasy XIV, and we're definitely going to do what we can to just not go back to EVE Online, because EVE Online caused issues in 2019. And what was it, 2019? Yeah, I think it was 2019, 2020. We did do some ESO, not ESO, sorry. We did some EVE Online at that time. And, it just turned into Spreadsheet Simulator, and it kind of sucked us in. All we would do was just mine ore in the asteroid belts and try to avoid the Triglade, because this was during the Trigladian invasions in EVE Online. So we just avoided them and then go back out and Avenger, or, well, we were close to getting an Orca. I can't remember if we have one. But then we spent so much time gone, we had our own corporation for a little while. Small, there's only like 2 of us. But, so, yeah, we're probably in massive debt right now because we were gone for so long and never closed our corporation. Oops. Oh well. So I don't know if we want to go back to it. Plus, we don't want to just get sucked into Spreadsheet Simulator. We want to have some fun and adventures. And it has been a long time since we've been in Elder Scrolls Online as well. So we might go back to that one. We will see. We don't really know anyone personally that play it because they prefer other games, which is understandable. We were asked, Altera was asked if we'd start playing MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. The last MechWarrior he played was in 2002. He played MechWarrior 4 Mercenaries, which was not an online game at the time. Very, very old though. But that will have to wait because the last time he remembers playing it, he had a HOTUS or hands-on throttle and stick, or a HOTUS. He had one of those, and yeah, we can't afford those right now. Those are very expensive now. But we'll see. It's mostly up in the air right now. If you want us to go back to streaming, we're still definitely looking at it, especially since things are looking up in positive directions. We want to start expanding a bit again. But if we come back to streaming, I don't know if we're going to go back to Twitch. It's, again, up in the air if we go back to Twitch. It's likely if we do go back to streaming, it might be here on YouTube. Because, again, I don't know if we want to do either. It is, we're not crypto people. Especially since we can't afford it anyway. But, that is enough babbling. If you'd like to see us in Elder Scrolls Online, just go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section down below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for stopping by. Again, thank you very much for the 500 subscribers, too. We're just surprised about that one. Especially since we don't do what a lot of other people do. We just come here and babble on about our day-to-day. But again, our babbling is because we're being focused on not drinking. And we're making wonderful progress with that. But again, please enjoy the rest of your Friday. Hug your family members. Let your loved ones know that you care about them. Go have some fun for the rest of your evening. And we will see you all tomorrow on Saturday. We'll definitely see you all tomorrow on Saturday. That is a promise. I'm going to make sure Tara's in here in VR for you all. Because I think he's missed it for... He did the day before yesterday, didn't... No. He didn't do one this week, but I'll make sure he does another one because it's easier to do this one than sit down in a chair and be boring. See you around, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow on Saturday. And I want to do something about the clipping with this hair, but the other hair is more Tara's hair, and I like the long hair.